Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a new video. So, there were some update changes today. Godbooks are finally a pocket slot item, which is pretty cool. And we also had some changes to the invention skill, but I think more importantly than those two things, there was also a new analytical tool that was released called Rune Metrics. Now, with Rune Metrics, you get quite a few things for free, but most of the good stuff is behind a paid version that you can either spend one bond, and that will give you 1 month's worth of access, or pay money for it, and it's like an additional subscription fee. So I'm kind of curious about this analytical tool, because the thing with this game is there's lots and lots of tools that are, developed by fans of the game online that you can use completely for free, and it seemed like most of the stuff in this Rune Metrics app is stuff that I have seen before on various fan sites. So the real question here is, if we're going to pay for Rune Metrics with either bonds or real money, it better be really good. So that's what I wanted to check out today, is kind of show off some of the features of this new web app, and also there's some stuff that you can track in-game as well, and really let you guys know, is it worth it? Is it worth dropping an extra bond per month for some analytical tool and information and stats? Now, as RS players, most of us probably love statistics. I find them pretty interesting, and one of the best things about Rune Metrics is the first thing that I'm checking out here, and unfortunately this is behind the paid version, but probably going to be the most useful part for all players, no matter what your play style, no matter how much you play, is going to be the XP tracker that updates in real time. So as you do whatever skill, I decided to do fishing here, whatever skill it is that you want to do, it will update as you're playing, and tell you exactly how much XP per hour you're gaining. And this is constantly going to change as you switch between methods or go AFK for a while, and that will slow down your XP or stop fishing, something like that. So this is just constantly going to update. You can have it open in the game and showing you how long it's going to take to get to your next level as well by using the method that you're currently using. So this is really, really cool. And this is, for anyone that's played old school RuneScape, very similar to what the OS Buddy client has, and with their XP tracker, the main difference being that this is first-party content, so it works much better, and it's going to be far more accurate all the time. And it's just a great tool of tracking how much XP you're gaining. Also, with the time remaining until the next level, that also works past 99 with the 120 skills, even the ones that are just virtual level, which I thought was a nice touch. So if you are going for those 120 capes, it's going to let you know how much time it takes to the next level. And there's also graphs. I didn't find the graphs to be as useful, and the graphs, at least to some extent, are also available for free, so this isn't something that you necessarily have to unlock the Rune Metrics Pro, although you do get better graphs and more extensive information in the web app if you do have the Pro version as well. So I have that giant spike because I used a lamp from ports, but then over time it will tell you exactly what your XP gain is looking like, and the lower parts are parts that you might have to work on and adjust your skilling methods somewhat, so that's really handy. So the third and final part of Rune Metrics that you can actually use in-game is the drops tracker. And oh man, if you're someone that likes to make videos related around loot from monsters, or if you're someone that just likes to have a really accurate loot tab and want to keep track of how much profit you're making from Slayer or from PVM or whatever it is that you're killing, then this might be your best friend. Now, the in-game version of this is completely free, so all players will be able to use it. And what this does is it does two things. It either shows you the drops that drop from monsters, or it can track all the drops that you actually pick up. And it's just going to do that until you reset the counter, so every single time you switch Slayer tasks or switch bosses that you're killing, you can just reset it, and then it will continue tracking your drops. And then you can do whatever you want with that information, put it in an Excel document or something like that. Back in the day, that's what I used to keep track of drops, is an Excel document, and this is way more efficient because you don't have to constantly be switching back and forth and writing down all your drops. So this is going to be the video maker's best friend, probably, and this is a part of Rune Apps I really appreciate. And also the web version of this, which is what you get if you pay for Rune Metrics, it does go into more detail, and it keeps track of all the drops that you got throughout the past 7 days, which is really handy if you're camping a boss or a monster for a long period of time and you want to keep track of all of that. But even with just the free, dumbed-down in-game version, as long as you're transferring that information into somewhere you can keep track of it or taking screenshots, this is going to be super handy for people that enjoy combat and like keeping track of exactly what loot they're getting. So this is the Rune Metrics web app. This is everything you'll see if you log on to Rune Metrics through the Runescape website. Now, some of the stuff here is free. The activity feed and also the levels slash stats screen is going to be free. Now, that was stuff that was in the old Adventurers log, and they've changed up the format a little bit and added it to Rune Metrics now. Everything else on here, for the most part, is going to come with the Pro version. Now, the best things about the Pro version, as far as I can tell, is the wealth tracker, so people that are really interested in exactly how their bank is changing over time, the value of it anyway, you'll be able to keep track of that much easier with that. Also, the kills and drops log, it's going to tell you all the monsters you killed and all the drops you got in the past 7 days, which is really awesome. I'm very impressed with that part of it. And also, you know, your XP per hour rates, and it's going to tell you exactly how much XP you're gaining. Now, this is already information you can find on a lot of fan sites. So for the most part, that isn't the most exciting thing. However, the in-game XP tracker, that's telling you exactly how much XP per hour you're gaining and also the time to the next level, that's cool. It saves you from doing some math. So if you're down for that, I would say that, along with the kills and drops log and the wealth tracker, are the 3 main things that you're looking out for if you're planning on investing bonds into that. So I like a lot of the information in the stats here. It's a really good start. However, I do feel like for the average player, for this to be worth it, if you're not someone that's making videos on loot that you're getting from monsters or really interested in tracking your wealth or your drops long term, then for the average player, for this to be worth dropping an extra bond per month into, I really do hope that there's going to be some more features added. So I know that saying just add more stuff is pretty vague, so what exactly do I mean by that? Well, I mean, I don't have a ton of great ideas for what exactly they could add, but some basic ones would be records when it comes to stats, not only XP gained like in a skill in a day, and I'm talking about the individual level here, not like, you know, globally, but that could be added too, I guess. It's also another great idea, but, you know, for your character, most gained in a day in a skill overall, maybe in a week, in a month as well, most monsters killed, most gold earned. If they could kind of expand the wealth tracker, maybe add some sort of flipping elements, like how much money you're making from the GE. I'm not exactly sure how that would work, but that would be cool. A farming run counter to tell you when your crops are ready to be harvested would be really nice. I mean, you can just do that with, you know, timers yourself if you know how long it takes a crop to grow, but it would be nice to have that in game as well, something that you can just pop right open in a tab. Stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of people have some other really great ideas of stuff that could be added, and, you know, all of this would take a lot of work, a lot of development time, but at the same time, I feel like if Rune Metrics ever got to the point where there was no reason to visit a RuneScape fan site for any kind of statistical information at all ever again, if you got the Pro version, then that's the point where you could really recommend this to anyone. But it's not quite there yet. It's a long way off. So, you know, let me know what you guys think about Rune Metrics. Is it a great idea? Is it terrible? I think it's great just for the fact that in the free version, we have a drop tracker in game. That's awesome for just about everyone who's interested in at all in what they're picking up from monsters. A lot of the stuff that you get in the Pro version is cool. It's a novelty. It's certainly going to appeal to a niche of people, but I don't think it really has like mass appeal. Like this is a must buy yet. So anyway, you know, let me know what you think about Rune Metrics, and I'll see you guys with the next video next time. So have a good one. Farewell.